Hello and welcome to FTB Sports Broadcasting transfer review show. And today we've got Mike and we've got Darius with us today talking all things transfer. So let's go, guys, straight away into it. Jadon Sancho to Tottenham Hotspurs. Mike, how do you feel about that, being a Spurs fan?
I would say he is probably what we require in terms of of him as a player and his style of play. The only thing I would say is he's going to come with a price tag that I can't see any football club willing to pay. So yeah, I personally can't see it happening just purely on the basis of price. But if he did come, obviously I'd be very happy if he did come. But I realistically I can't see it happening. Not at the moment.
Darius, he was heavily linked with Manchester United last season. There was rumours that he stayed in London because he desperately wanted this move. But even though Dortmund wanted about 125 million for him, do you think Daniel Levy will literally give that money out to sign this player?
No. If I'm being realistic, no. But what Daniel Levy does is look for deals, and he has a lot of assets at the moment who aren't being utilized. That I think if Jose can't get them to play the style he wants and can't fit them into his team, I think he will look to move on a few players. Whether that generates some money for him to go and sign a player like Sancho is a different story. But I just don't think I don't think Daniel Levy will want to spend £100 million on one right wing player. I think what Daniel Levy likes to pride himself on is kind of sourcing that world class player and nurturing it and then selling him on. That's what Spurs were known for doing. And now that we've evolved as a club and we're seeing a little bit more competitive now. We went out and bought Ndombele, who was wanted by City and Real Madrid. So we seem to be buying the players that are in need. But I just feel like while Jadon Sancho fits every criteria, being young, English, right winger that we do need, I believe, even though Bale was just signed, I don't think Bale's going to stay for longer than 2 years. So while everything seems like it would work, I just think that 100 million price tag is just, and he's just signed a new contract as well, literally last year, I think. So I don't see it happening for Spurs, but it would be an absolutely amazing signing for us, and it would really, really like show Spurs' intent on being that big club and being the big club of London, I guess. But no, I don't see it happening at the moment or in the foreseeable for that.
Mike, with that as well, do you think though, if Daniel Levy brought the checkbook out, do you think he would be almost like the finished article in Jigsaw for you guys to basically push you? Probably, maybe not. I think probably this season will be your best season to win the league.
No, I don't think he's the missing piece of our puzzle as such. I think he would definitely be an asset to us, and he'd definitely be a massive improvement up top. And the link-up play between him, Son, and Kane could be special. But realistically, as I say, I just can't see. Daniel Levy is never going to put out the checkbook and spend 100 million in January. It just won't. I'll be shocked. And I can't see anyone spending 100 million in this current climate that we're in. So I think any club signing Sancho for 100 million is completely unrealistic.
With it as well, Darius, do you believe if he did went to Spurs, would he be a Jose signing? Because I couldn't see him being a Jose signing, to be honest with you.
No, he's not. But if you actually look at the signings we've made, while mentality-wise, you've got Hart, Højbjerg, those two players, you could say are Jose signings. They will bring that. They will basically embody Jose on the pitch, and he can let, because you can see that he has trust in Højbjerg that whatever he wants those players to do, he can let Højbjerg basically tell them what to do on the pitch. So Jose doesn't have to. I think that if you notice, Levy has made sure that he's brought the players that Jose needs, but the age of the players that he signed have been quite low. And
Low, yeah.
I think that he knows that Jose's not going to be here for long. So I actually believe that it's not necessarily about the mentality or the kind of style of player that that Jose wants, that Levy's looking for. I think he's looking for what's going to fit in the team, what's going to help Jose out in the team now, but also who's going to be an asset and who could actually play a different style of football if we were to get a different manager. Because I think the next manager we get isn't going to be somebody who plays a style that Jose plays. I think it'll be something similar to Poch. So he's going to want to look for players who are very, very, who can adapt to basically any sort of formation, position, style of play. That's what I think he's looking for. I don't think it's Jose's style of play that he's looking for at the moment.
No.
Okay, guys. Now, moving on. Something that's been rumbling for a while now, for, well, a couple of seasons. Every season, it seems like it. Mo Salah is not happy at Liverpool. Now, Darius, is it something to do with... There's a whole thing with apparently Mane and Salah, but do you believe the rumours, or do you believe there is a player there that's actually happy or at Liverpool?
I believe the rumours. I do believe the rumours. I think when I watch, especially Salah and Mane play, they're at Liverpool to win. I can clearly see that while it's a good family feel at Liverpool, and I can see that everybody pulls their weight in the club, it's very obvious. If you notice when Salah's greedy and he doesn't give the ball to Mane in a position where he should have, Mane gets quite angry. And I think that those two are both there to win, and that's their main priority. So I don't see Salah leaving. Again, like Mike said, I don't see any team, even your Real Madrid, your PSG, your Barcelona, spending even near 100 million on a player. And Salah's what, 28, 29 now? So you're gonna want surefire, instant success. And I think he'll give you that. But yeah, I don't think there's any point in Salah leaving, really. Like, the only club that I see that are better than Liverpool right now and that actually have a chance of probably winning the Champions League more than Liverpool, because that's surely what you're going to go for. You've won the Premier League. You want to go for the Champions League again. Is Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich have just signed Leroy Sané and they have Gnabry. So I just think it's a case of there's no team that he can go to. I think that's the only reason why he won't leave. I think if it was last year and the rumors were circulating last year like they were, I think he would have gone. But I just think in this climate, no team really needs Salah, so I don't think he's going to go. And like, why would you? If you got told that you don't need to go, you're going to stay at Liverpool happily. I mean, you're going to probably win a league. You could probably win a few more trophies. So I just don't think he's that forced. I don't think he's going to force anything, and I don't think he's that bothered if he leaves or if he doesn't.
Mike, so for me, like, now go back to it. It's what Darius just said. If he was to leave Liverpool, what club? Because Real Madrid is literally surfacing with a lot of these players at the moment in England. Do you believe Real Madrid could afford to buy him, one? And do you think Zidane, it would be a Zidane signing, or would Real Madrid do what they do all the time and try to go for like these Galactico players?
I think it's a good. I don't know. So I can't see Salah leaving Liverpool this season anytime soon. I don't understand why he would go as well, because it doesn't make sense. He's got the chance to win everything again at Liverpool. I know there's rumours about him being unhappy, but what has he got to be unhappy about, really, in the grand scheme of things? In terms of football, from the football perspective, there isn't many clubs better than Liverpool out there. So if he goes and moves, it's going to be to an inferior team, really. And he's still, he's still in the starting 11 week in, week out. So I don't know. I'm one of those a bit like, is this just rumours without any truth behind it? And it's just, I don't know, agents trying to create stories. It could be one of them, but I just can't, and I can't see it being a Zidane signing. If Madrid came in for Salah, I think it'd be more that sort of Galactico type scenario rather than Zidane wanting Salah. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I think he'll still be a Liverpool player by the end of the season. And if he does go at the end of the season, I don't think anyone will be able to afford the type of fee that you might have seen sort of this time, maybe last year or season before last.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to say, as well with the Real Madrid thing, especially the Real Madrid links. If you notice, Real Madrid have tried to stay away from signing these Galactico players. I think after this Hazard signing and how disastrous this Hazard signing's gone, and Hazard was pretty much in the same position as Salah. He won the Europa League. He basically was the best player in the Premier League, or one of the best players in the Premier League for the past 10 years in his prime, 29, 28, went to Real Madrid, and injuries have it's been horrible for him. So I just think Real Madrid are being a little bit wary now with these Galactico signings. And for me, if I was Salah, like you said, Mike, why would you really want to leave Liverpool? What are you really going to gain apart from what he's on 200 grand a week? That's the only reason why I could see him wanting to leave.
I was going to say that would be potentially the only reason. I mean, you'd leave Liverpool to go to Madrid, because Madrid are having problems at the moment. Zidane's not great exactly, at the moment. He's not cruising anywhere, is he? Zidane's under quite a bit of stress. So why would you leave Liverpool, who, in the grand scheme of things, everything seems to be running smoothly there, to go to Madrid, whereby it's just a bit of a hotbed for maybe not footballing reasons, but there's too much going on there. Zidane's job's under threat. The players aren't exactly performing as to how they perhaps should be performing, given who they've got playing for them.
It's an old age squad now, isn't it? It's like the past generation who won 4 Champions Leagues. I think Ramos is the only player. Ramos and Casemiro are the only 2 players who seem to still be able to play at that high level. Like Modric and Kroos have had really good seasons, but it's clear that in terms of the intensity of football, they're not going to be able to keep up with that high pace and that high octane style of football that you're probably going to face in the latter stages of the Champions League, which is why I believe they've not done as well. In the league, it's not very hard in La Liga to be able to be a dominant team and play well in most games. So I think that Champions League, you can really see that Real Madrid, they're going, I think next season, if not next year, the year after, they're going to buy the upcoming world-class young players, either one of them, Mbappe or Haaland, and they're going to basically rebuild the whole thing again and start again. I don't think Zidane will be there. I think they'll get one of the upcoming world-class managers that maybe Klopp might go there after Liverpool in 3 years' time. You never know. I just don't think any player. While what Shane says is right, a lot of players will just go to Madrid for that Real Madrid, just to go to Real Madrid for that thing of it. But right now, if you're being smart about it, I don't actually think Real Madrid are that Real Madrid. I think Bayern Munich are that Real Madrid at the moment. And if you're going to go to a club like that, you'd probably want to go to Bayern Munich as opposed to the Spanish clubs, especially Barcelona as well, because Barcelona are in complete turmoil right now. So that's completely off the cards for me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Benzema, Ramos, etc. Salah would make a massive difference to the club. It would make a massive difference. My thoughts on him going, I don't like what you guys said. And the way I look at him, he's not one of those like British players, like we got the Premier League players that players do not want to leave that club because of the love they got for the club and things like that. When I look at probably Mane's been in Premier League long enough now to say, I would say if anyone say he would go to another club, I would say no, not Mane. But Salah has got nothing to do with with the Liverpool faithful. He would go.
I mean, he was at Chelsea, wasn't he? So
he would go.
Definitely.
Yeah, no matter what.
Yeah.
So, and then last one, what is it? Shane saying basically Hangland going to City. I don't know.
That's what I see. I see that next year. I think Haaland's release clause next year is about 60 million euros. So I think it's basically the first team to.
Yeah.
He's got that mentality. He's got that Ronaldo mentality where Haaland wants to win the Champions League. That is all Haaland wants to do, is win that Champions League. So he will go where that opportunity is most likely. And if it's not Man City, because his dad used to play for them and they need a striker, don't get me wrong, Jesus is a decent striker, but I don't think Jesus is world class. I really don't. I could see him going to a different club in Europe and doing well, but he's not Aguero. And I think Haaland could be on the same level as Aguero. Maybe not on the same level, but he's scoring that amount of goals at 19 years old in Dortmund, in Salzburg, in the Champions League. Who's to say that he can't do what Aguero is doing? He's a big 6'3", fast, agile, strong centre forward. I don't see how he doesn't do well at any team he goes to. I think Haaland is destined for greatness, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that rounds it up. Thanks everyone for watching FTB Sports Broadcasting transfer preview show. Join us in the rest of the week, where we'll bring you a few more transfer gossips. All right, guys, thank you. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.